All right, so we back here again. This is the house I left yesterday. We changed the capacitor yesterday, and now we back here. And the fan was going bad yesterday when I was there. So now we finna come check, see if this fan is locked up, because clearly they said it stopped, and I warned the customer yesterday that this fan was going bad. So what we gonna do is make sure this fan is locked up. We're gonna end up changing the fan motor and get them back air. So yeah, once again, we here, Carrier. I changed this capacity yesterday. So yeah, it's back not working. I believe the fan motor is locked up. The quickest way to check it is we get a stick. Let's see if we can find a stick on the floor. Something that can reach in there, we see. See if I can find something that'll make you be able to turn it. If not, then we'll just find other ways. But usually, the quickest way to do this is take a stick. See if I can find a good one. This might be long enough. See if that fan motor spin. Yep, see, it's locked up. The motor is locked up. See, I can't spin the blade. Fan motor locked up. So we're gonna have to change that motor. So I'm gonna go through a whole change out on the motor. We're gonna get this back working right. And once I get it going, you're gonna see me take the motor out, show you all the steps to show you to do it the right way to change the fan motor. Then we're gonna go from there, all right? So let's go say what's up to the customer, say how's everything doing. I don't like to really put their house inside on camera, but you know, I'm gonna show you how you change the fan motor, and we're gonna go from there. All right, so look, we about to get ready to change this motor. Now, one thing I always tell everybody, when you get ready to change your motor, turn your power off. So that's air handle right there, as you see, all right? So we're gonna turn that off, bomb. And then what we're gonna do next is, we're gonna turn the condenser off, and I'm gonna end up taking the motor off. You're gonna see as I take it off. I got 2 drills that go my DeWalt, but I'm gonna use my Milwaukee. Got 2 batteries, but you always keep 2 drills and batteries just in case. How you doing, sir? How's it going? All right. All right, so we're gonna turn this off. Now you see the lightning about to come, but I'm gonna get this done quick because we're doing this for a while. Turn it off. Now you got that off, so make sure that off.
Yeah, the AC was making crazy noise.
Yeah, the motor locked up because I just changed the capacitor yesterday, but I told him.
Like freaking the branches were sticking in and fucking.
Nah, that motor was locking up. So I changed the cap yesterday, but now I'm gonna change the motor. Should be good to go after this. All right, so first thing we do, we're gonna take this off so y'all see what we're doing. I'm gonna take the top off, top off, all right. Now, a lot of times what people have a hard time doing with changing the motor, people scared with the wiring. The wiring's not that bad. I'm doing that wrong. We're gonna take this off. Always keep an extension on here because it makes it easier. Shit, I hate when I do shit like this. See this? It's gonna be a headache every time to get it out. So let's get it out now. Same thing, let's get the screw out now. All right. Leave that all right there. I thought I had 4 screws. It looked like 3. Did I take all of them out? Oh yeah, it's 4. So it's 1 down there missing somewhere. Unless I dropped it, there you go right there. Bam. Gotta make sure I have all your screws. All right, cool. Let's take this off. All right. So take this off, and we're gonna change this motor. I went home because when I left, I almost left my grinder. Because I'm going to show y'all something. Sometimes when you put rescue motors in here, the shaft that's in here might be too long and it's touching the compressor. And when it's touching the compressor, then you can't put it in there. All right, gotta take this top ones off. It's still stuck on there. You take them off. All right, don't lose your screws. Keep your screws, you know. And I think I left some stud tappers. I'm going to end up having to find some screws because I'm going to have to add another cap on here because I'm putting the rescue motor in here. The motor that we got is out of warranty, so that ain't gonna work. All right, and let me get my tools. So I de-energized the capacitor. We saw the capacitor just now. It wasn't bad. We did it yesterday. It wasn't bad yesterday, so we put a new one in. So let's get my tools. Now, before you take a cap off, this is what I'm getting. All right, I am getting some needle nose because I gotta discharge it. And you remember, you see this little spark right here? This will happen when you don't change the disconnect off. See that? You have to turn the disconnect off because then the 220 will be going, but I turned both of them off because I don't play with electricity. Electricity is dangerous, but you discharge this capacitor. Now, if this was on, it'll spark like that. But since it's off, I just decharged it. This is how you know it is off. Like I said, make sure you turn the power off. Don't mess with this stuff when it's live, bro. Just learn from my mistakes. I've been doing this for a while, so I know what to do, not to do, you know. But I'm taking these wires off because I'm gonna have to take the fan off. Now you gotta find where the wires go out on the fan. So you pay attention to this good, right? See? Right, the wires are still with the needle nose on it. So I'm about to take this off because the wire is stuck in there. All right, clip this off. It wanna come off. Not. Got some scissors. You know, I'm gonna come off. See, I ain't got my needle noses there over there. I don't feel like going back, but that's why we keep hand tools on you, man. You ain't gotta be working back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Bam, got that off. Bingo. All right. Now let's see where this fan go to. All right, we know the blue ain't that. So let's find out the fan wires. All right. The fan got what? We got brown. That's number one. So we know this brown wire got to come out of here. Let's pull this brown. Get you up out of here. And normally I'll take this zip tie off, but I'll try to squeeze it back through there. If not, it don't matter. All right, you know we got brown. Let's see where this yellow go right here. Find that yellow. See this yellow right here? That's another one of the wires. So we about to put a rescue motor in here. All right, and then this black. See where this black go at. The black go right here. And where your wires went at. One went there, one went on, and one black there. But probably ain't gonna need that because it's a different fan. I'm putting the rescue motor in. It's a little different. All right, got the fan off now. All right, got the fan off. All right, we got the fan off already now, right? I'm gonna need this bucket. All right, you're gonna need this right here to take this off, right? Probably gonna need both of these, just in case it's on there solid, because a lot of times when the fan been running for a long time in weather, that water will make it rust on. So when you're changing the fan motor, you're gonna need WD-40 and sandpaper. Because if you look at this right here, see that right there get rusty? Look, and I cut myself. Welcome to HVAC, bro. Happens all the time. It's a man sport, bro. You gotta be built for it. All right? Cuts happen all the time. Look, I just got this one. Where is that? The other day. Where is that? Right there. Yeah. You play football, you'll be all right. But if you soft, yeah, this shit right here gonna bring the man at you. All right? Take this screw off. Do not lose this screw. And if you lose this screw, you are up shit's creek. Because this screw holds the blade on the motor. See that? Taking the screw off. All right, bam. Gonna put that right there. Try to keep a place where you keep all your stuff at so you don't lose it. All right? Now we're gonna take this part off. See these screws right here? Fucking headaches. All right? I can take it off with this, which sometimes it works. Or I just get me a drill, which I'm about to do in a minute. Get my drill, but it look like it's twisting, so might be easy to come off. Might be easy, yeah. Look like it's pretty easy. Leave that right there, boom. Like I said, I'm gonna put them right there, but you don't want to lose your tools, man. And I've done it one time where I put 3 on here, you know. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you and say it hasn't worked, but it works. And like I told you, this motor, see how it's locked? Barely spinning. It's barely spinning, bro. I knew that yesterday, and I told them yesterday, hey, man, I changed the capacitor, which I showed y'all over there. See the capacitor? Brand new capacitor. But I said, your motor seems like it's going to lock up. And I wasn't even here less than 24 hours, and that motor locked up. Now, what I should have did is just said, hey, man, let's go ahead and replace this. But one thing about me as a person, I don't like to force people to buy shit if they don't want to buy it, bro. Now, in this situation, you got to buy it, all right? So we took that off, bomb. All right, now we got to take this off. I can't really WD-40, the sandpaper this. Normally I would sandpaper this right away, but it's not. So what I'm going to do right away is spray it with the WD-40, right? I think I got a smaller one in here somewhere. If I don't, then I don't really need it. There you go, they got a small one right there. And there's both of them, either this one or that one. Use this top, the big one. That'll work. Spray that on there, see what I'm saying? I don't want to do anything, that's fine. That's fine. As long as I got WD-40, we in there. All right, put that blood right there, man. It's a man sport, bro. Can't cry about no little blood. We got this, don't worry about it. We can get it on there. See what I'm doing? Take the top like this. Make sure that shit running there. So it's running in there. Make sure it's running there. Bomb. Now what I'm about to use next, see the rain about to come, so we're gonna hurry up. This is called the puller, right? This makes the job easier. Now, the old school used to use their hands to twist that off. I got all type of tools, man. I ain't using that old school stuff. That make the job harder when you can just put this on here. And I'm gonna show you simple science of using a puller, right? So I'm pushing this out. This is gonna push down to push the fan blade off. So all I gotta do is take this and tighten it. First, let's tighten all of them. Let's tighten them. Pop. That's on. Let's tighten this one. And I gotta make sure you try to line it in the center, because you don't want it where it's mushrooming that off. Because you gotta use this fan blade again. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use that fan blade to go on the new motor. But what we doing right now is making sure this motor come off. Because what ends up happening, it's been rusted so long, so it'd be hard to pull off. That's why I said if it had a longer shaft, we would have WD-40'd it. That way all the rust is kind of off, and then when you put the WD-40 on it, sandpaper, then you put the WD-40 on it, it comes off easy, right? So puller, all right? I normally take this one to hold it because the grip is soft, right? One right here, and then you take this, spin it down some, spin it down some, spin it down, spin it all the way down, spin it all the way down until you feel a tension on it, all right? And that's tension, right? That right there. Now we take this and we spin it. Right? You want to see me spin it? All right. It's kind of tight. It's tight. We're going to get it off. This is why I say don't lose that screw. All right, so look. We see how long this is and this. So I got a mark in my bag, right? What I'm going to do, look, you can tell it's locked too. This ain't even spinning. See it's locked? That's how you know it. Look how it's supposed to spin. Motor lock. That's why I said I knew I had to probably going to come back because the motor was going to lock. All right. So we're going to look at this, all right? We're going to take a guesstimate. We get a marker. We're going to mark it. And once I mark it, I'm going to cut that shaft off. Because if I don't cut that shaft off, that motor will not fit in there. But this is why I told you, I showed y'all that grinder. I got a marker right here. We're going to need this extension cord. So I'm going to have to run this extension cord over there from here to cut my part off. So let's leave that right there. First thing we gonna do, I got a tape measure, but I can guesstimate it, man. You can kind of look at it and eyeball it. So you take this blade off, we gonna eyeball it. So if we look at both of them, that's about, looks like touching like right, I'm gonna cut about right there off. You know, you're supposed to measure, but I'm all right, bro. I ain't gonna cut that much off. I'm gonna cut about right. Let me see about that. We're gonna go right there. Right there. We're gonna cut right here. Right? We're gonna cut right there. That's where we're cutting at. And that's so it can fit in there. Cause like I told you, see how long this shaft is? That ain't gonna be able to fit in that compressor, man. See? It'll be touching on top of that shit, so you don't wanna do that. All right, where my marker top at? Bam. Got that done. Now we're gonna set the plug up. We're gonna cut the shaft. And once we cut the shaft, we're gonna put the motor on. Then we're gonna wire it up. And then we're gonna be in there. And I hope I got some sub tappers if I can find around. I ain't got my work truck. Normally I got my work truck with all my tools on my green bag. I ain't bring my green bag, but we all right, man. We gonna figure it out. If I gotta go to Home Depot, get some sub tappers, we'll be all right. Or I leave the cap in there. We gonna figure it out, though. We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. All right, let's run this plug. All right, we got the grinder set up. So, this is the grinder. We're gonna cut this shaft off, man. A lot of people be scared of this, but it ain't that bad. Just make sure it's tight on there, which it is. Voila. Cut the shaft off, man. Don't be scared of your tools. Just gotta get the job done, man. All right, we done. We done with that shaft. Put this stuff up. It's about to start raining. So I'm gonna go move the stuff in the garage. But yeah, that's all I needed. If I didn't bring this grinder, oh yeah, I'd have been stuck. Wouldn't never been able to put that on. But yeah, let me start moving this stuff out the rain. We're gonna continue the video on a few. And y'all see me finish off the job, but let me move all this stuff over.
All right. Back to Chevy programming. This is HVAC, so to let y'all know, man, we'll get wet. Working all type of weather. Got the fan motor right here. So I'm gonna get ready to put this on. I just showed you I cut the shaft off. Gotta have your grinder. Cut that shaft off. So when I get ready to put it in the unit, it's gonna be able to fit. Alright? So I moved all my tools out of the room. I'm gonna put my metal glasses on so you can see me doing it firsthand. So I got wet, I took the glasses off. But we're gonna finish up this job. But yeah, this is what happens when you change a bad contactor with the fan motor bad. So I had to come back to the job. After giving them a cap, I had to give them a new fan motor. Since the unit out of warranty, I had to put a rescue motor in. This is a rescue motor, as you see. Rescue motor. Put the rescue motor in, but I had to cut it. And it wasn't able to fit. So you're gonna see me finish. I'm gonna put my glasses on.
Alright, we at the end part. Like I said, I couldn't find that screw, but we're gonna put this stuff together and then we go from there, man. Let's see. Let me see what I got. I can't see it too good. Alright, got that one. Like I said, as long as I got the bottom, man, we can work with 3 screws. So normally you want to keep you some self-tappers on the truck. So when screws fall off, you are right there. Like I said, I can work with 3, man. They ain't gonna come off, see? Going nowhere. Alright, cool. Got that done. Make sure we get all the tools. This garbage, we can leave that there. Now let's turn this on and see what we got. Alright. We'll turn that on. Alright. Then we're gonna turn the inside on. And then we're gonna let it rip. See what we got. Alright, baby, let's go turn it on. We're gonna see what we got. Alright. Yeah, my shoes kind of wet, but do what we gotta do. See what we got going on. Let's turn it on. See if the fan motor working. Alright. Let's see. Is that light working? Alright. See what we got going on. Alright, let's turn it on. Alright, cool. See the outside on. And we go from there. I believe it's on. Should be on. Should be on, baby. See, we got working AC. Let's go, baby. Fan should be spinning. And if it's spinning, we good to go. Oh yeah, fan spinning. See if we getting hot air pushing out. Oh, spinning the wrong way. You're spinning the wrong way. All right, you gotta reverse the fan speed. Spinning the wrong way, man. That's why I left those wires out. Gotta switch the orange with the yellow. See, it's spinning this way. Supposed to be spinning the other way. So we gotta switch that. Okay. Gotta switch that with that and that with that. All right. So just to finish up, bro, I just want y'all to not make mistakes I ain't make. I had to put that 7.5 on here. You can't put the same cap on the unit when you put a rescue motor in. So I changed it back. I got hot air blowing out. So we know the AC is cooling. We good to go, man. That's how you change the fan motor on the unit. Get this box from under here. I don't think I can. This ain't mine, right? So that's not mine. But yeah, we fixed it. There go the old motor right there. You can take this to the scrap yard, but usually trash them. But yeah, AC back cooling. We gonna go upstairs. Like I told you earlier, we saw the TD, but we good to go now. Like I said, depends on what you want to charge the person. But hey, we out of here, baby. Quick condenser motor. If the rain ain't happen, would have been done with here, but put that in there. That's trash. We'll throw that away when we get home. There go the box. Throw that away. We out of here, baby. That's how you change the condenser motor.